Have you ever wondered what would happen if a disease affecting wildlife could jump the species barrier and infect humans? Well, there's a disease that's causing a stir among scientists and nature enthusiasts alike, known as the zombie deer disease. It's been detected for the first time in the vast wilderness of Yellowstone. This slow-moving disaster, caused by prions, is spreading across North America, affecting deer, elk, moose, and even caribou. With no known cure or treatment, it's not just wildlife that's at risk, but potentially us humans too. So, let's delve into this intriguing yet alarming potential threat to humanity, shall we? The zombie deer disease, officially known as chronic wasting disease, or CWD, first came to light several decades ago. This eerie affliction first made its presence known in the heartland of America, in the wild landscapes of Colorado and Wyoming. Like an invisible specter, it began to spread, crossing state lines and borders, weaving its destructive path across North America. Today, it has secured a foothold in 32 states within the United States and has trespassed into 3 provinces of our northern neighbor, Canada. At the core of this escalating crisis are our deer, elk, moose, caribou, and reindeer, the primary victims of this relentless disease. The symptoms it induces are the stuff of nightmares. CWD attacks the brain and the nervous system, leading to a slow and agonizing decline. The animals begin to exhibit neurological symptoms, their bodies wasting away before our eyes. They become shadows of their former selves, gaunt and listless, their once vibrant eyes now vacant. The end is always the same, an inevitable march towards death. But the disease doesn't stop there. It lingers in the environment, resistant to common disinfectants, persisting in the soil and vegetation for years. This tenacity makes it incredibly contagious and difficult to eradicate, a silent, unseen enemy lurking in the very land these animals call home. The spread of CWD is a slow-moving disaster, a creeping menace that's proving to be a formidable opponent. We are in a race against time, trying to understand and combat a disease that seems to be always one step ahead. Despite relentless efforts by scientists and wildlife management officials, there is still no known cure or treatment for CWD. The situation is alarming, with the disease spreading at a steady pace and no known cure or treatment in sight. Fast forward to the present day, and the disease has made its way into the iconic Yellowstone National Park. Chronic wasting disease, or CWD, is a relentless adversary that is spreading across North America. This insidious disease affects deer, elk, moose, caribou, and reindeer, causing neurological symptoms that ultimately lead to death. Make no mistake, CWD is a slow-moving disaster. It's like a creeping shadow that gradually saps the life out of its victims. And what makes it even more formidable is that it's highly contagious and notoriously difficult to eradicate. Its capacity to spread quickly and widely is what makes it such a pressing concern. Now you might be thinking, can't we just disinfect the areas where the disease has been detected? Well, here's the kicker. This disease is resistant to disinfectants. That's right, it laughs in the face of our usual methods of disease control. And not only that, but it can persist in the environment for years. Imagine a disease so stubborn that it won't just go away no matter how hard we try to clean it up. That's CWD for you. The presence of CWD in Yellowstone has necessitated a shift in the way we approach disease management in wildlife. The strategies that were effective in the past may not work against this new opponent, and so scientists have had to go back to the drawing board, revising their surveillance and management strategies to tackle this ever-evolving threat. With this disease now present in Yellowstone, scientists have had to revise their surveillance and management strategies. The battle against CWD is far from over, and it's a battle we must win, not just for the sake of our wildlife, but for the health and safety of our planet. The question that is on everyone's mind now is, could this disease jump the species barrier and affect humans? Let's delve into this. Scientists are growing increasingly concerned about the possibility of chronic wasting disease, or CWD, infecting not just deer and other cervids, but crossing the species barrier to affect livestock, other mammals, birds, or even humans. The very idea is enough to send a shiver down your spine. Imagine a disease that causes neurological symptoms and ultimately death, spreading beyond its current hosts. It's a scenario that echoes some of our darkest science fiction, yet it's a reality we may have to face. The concern is not unfounded. The United States and Canada have seen an increase in CWD-infected animals being consumed by humans. Yes, you heard that right. As the disease spreads across North America, it's becoming more common for infected animals to end up on someone's dinner table. The implications of this are deeply unsettling. You see, CWD is caused by prions, misfolded proteins that can induce normal proteins in the brain to also misfold, leading to brain damage and death. Prions are notoriously resistant to disinfectants and can persist in the environment for years. They've already shown the ability to jump between species in other instances, like mad cow disease. Can the prions causing CWD make that same leap? It's a question that's keeping scientists up at night. If they can, it would open up a Pandora's box of potential health crises. But it's not just about us humans. The potential for CWD to infect livestock and other wildlife could have devastating effects on our ecosystems and food supply. The potential implications are frightening, and more research is needed to fully understand the risks. We find ourselves on the precipice of a new frontier in disease transmission, and it's a frontier we must navigate with utmost caution. So, what does the future hold for the zombie deer disease? The answer to this question is, unfortunately, as elusive as the cure for the disease itself. The future impact of chronic wasting disease, or CWD, on the Yellowstone ecosystem and wildlife populations is shrouded in uncertainty. As this slow-moving disaster continues to unfold, we find ourselves grappling with more questions than answers. One thing, however, is clear. Nature has its own checks and balances. Predators like wolves, cougars, and bears play a crucial role in controlling the spread of CWD. They help maintain the health of the ecosystem by preying on sick animals, effectively culling the disease from the herd. But the balance is precarious. In the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, the liberal killing of these predators has been a cause for concern. This practice, while perhaps undertaken with the best of intentions, may prove to be counterproductive in the grand scheme of things. It disrupts the natural order, weakening the ecosystem's ability to manage the disease. As we move forward, we must reevaluate our strategies and consider the broader implications of our actions. The artificial feeding of wildlife by humans, for instance, may seem like a benevolent act, but in reality, it contributes to the spread of CDDB and other such diseases. The presence of CWD in Yellowstone has prompted a much-needed revision of surveillance and management strategies. This includes a closer look at our own practices and their impact on the natural world. The spread of CWD is a complex issue, one that requires a multifaceted approach to address effectively. It's an interplay of science, ecology, and human intervention. And the stakes are high, not just for the deer, elk, moose, caribou, and reindeer directly affected by the disease, but potentially for livestock, other mammals, birds, and even humans. As we continue to monitor the situation, we must remember that our actions can have significant impacts on the natural world. The zombie deer disease serves as a stark reminder of this fact. To wrap up, let's revisit the key points we've discussed about the zombie deer disease. This insidious disease, formerly known as chronic wasting disease or CWD, is caused by prions and is slowly but surely spreading across North America. For the first time, it has been detected in the iconic Yellowstone National Park, affecting deer, elk, moose, caribou, and reindeer. CWD is a slow-moving disaster with no known cure or treatment. It's highly contagious, difficult to eradicate, and resistant to disinfectants. In the environment, it can persist for years, making it a formidable challenge to control. The disease has sparked concern as it could potentially jump the species barrier, posing a threat to livestock, other mammals, birds, or even humans. The increase in CWD-infected animals being consumed by humans in the US and Canada has only amplified these fears. Artificial feeding of wildlife by humans, particularly in Wyoming's feed grounds for elk, is seen as a contributing factor to the spread of the disease. On the other hand, predators like wolves, cougars, and bears can help control CWD by preying on sick animals. However, the liberal killing of these predators may be counterproductive to controlling the disease. While the future of the zombie deer disease remains uncertain, one thing is clear: our vigilance and respect for nature will play a crucial role in how this situation unfolds. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more informative videos.